everyone, welcome to Only the Shreya. And finally, after a long search for houses in Edinburgh, we were able to get a house here. Yay! And I would like to thank my stars for it.
Get to the point, please.
Okay. I know you want to know how to rent a house in Edinburgh, so this video is for you. I'm gonna get to the point, Maddie, and let you all know, whoever is watching this video, how to rent a house in Edinburgh, step-by-step process what we followed. So hopefully this video will be interesting. So follow me. So the first thing that you have to do if you are looking to rent a house in Edinburgh is to ask someone. If you know someone who is living in Edinburgh, just ask and see if they know anyone who is vacating any property. So it may be helpful. In our case, we asked few people who we knew from Edinburgh, and they just suggested apps like CityLets and On the Market to look for houses, which was not very helpful, and this is the reason you have to keep watching the video. Next thing that we did was joining Facebook groups, and it was very helpful for us. So we joined Facebook groups like Edinburgh Indians, Indians in Edinburgh, and Flats and Room to Share in Edinburgh. And joining these groups were really helpful because we realized so many other people are in the same situation as us when it comes to finding a house in Edinburgh. Thankfully, after joining the Facebook groups, we were getting a lot of our questions answered in the group. However, we still had a question in mind, like which place is most suitable for us to rent a house in Edinburgh, because there are so many places and you don't know which one is in our budget and which area is nice and safe. So a lot of our friends from Edinburgh suggested, as an Indian, if you are looking to stay near to your community, it is a nice thing to rent a house in EH11 and EH12 postcode, because a lot of Indian communities stay there. However, it depends where do you want to stay in Edinburgh, because it depends. If you are coming here with a family, you would love to live in Leith, and if you are coming here just to have fun and party and near to college, I would suggest to live in West End or University apartments. It may not sound the best idea to do, but share a room. It will be the best idea for you. Why? Because if you are looking to rent a house in Edinburgh, you have to go for viewing, and these viewings are usually mostly on the timings when you are in your office, like 9 to 5. The viewing timings are 9 to 5, and it will be really hard for you to manage looking a house in Edinburgh when you are not in Edinburgh. What I would suggest here is share a room with someone, and you can post an ad like this on the Facebook groups which I have mentioned. Once you post these ads, there will be people coming to you, replying to you, or there are some people who already keep posting these rent requirements where they are also looking for a house to rent with someone. So in our case, we did the same thing. We also shared a house for almost 10 to 15 days before moving into the house that we are currently in, which is totally ours. So rent a house, and after you are renting a house with someone, you will be able to go for all the viewings because you will be living in the center of Edinburgh. And Edinburgh is a very compact city and it's a walkable city. So if you are coming here, sharing a room with someone would be the most helpful. So in our case, what we did was post this ad on the Facebook groups where people were sharing that they are looking for someone to share a house with, and someone got back in touch with us on Facebook message, and then we came and met them and felt the vibe if it was good or not, and then we gave them some deposit to secure on a particular date that we will be coming, and don't give this room to anyone else. So make sure that you have your deposit ready. So there are a few rules that you have to keep in mind when you are sharing a house with someone. First, keep the deposit ready and give it to them if you like the house at the same day, so they don't consider someone else. Second, you have to ask them that how many weeks you will be staying with them, if it's a monthly payment or weekly payment, and also if there are any charges if you leave early. So once you get these three things clear, you are good to go and take the house. If you are coming to meet them to Edinburgh to share a house, you also go to the places that you will be commuting. So for example, for us, we knew where our offices are. So me and Maddie took a tram, went to the office and saw how long it would take for us to commute to the office from the house that we are going to share till then, so our new jobs are not affected. So make sure that you do this as well. It was really helpful for us to get this temporary house to look for a house to rent in Edinburgh. And when we moved in here, we downloaded all the apps that were needed for us to look for a house to rent. So what we did was download On the Market, we downloaded Open Rent, Zoopla, and CityLets. CityLets is a kind of website, and there are a few other websites that you should be following and looking houses for, because these websites are the ones who post the ads for the properties on the Market, Zoopla, and Open Rent. So I'll mention this.
These are the major websites you should check every day if you are looking to rent.
So now when you have had a look at these websites, what we started doing was applying very actively. Like, we were keeping an eye on each post when they were posting. We were, every hour, we were just going on the website, checking and putting all the filters and seeing if it matches our budget. After applying for 3 days, I realized I have been applying for houses incorrectly. And I did not realize it until Maddie told me how to apply for a house to rent on these kind of websites or these kind of apps. And let me tell you how to do it, so you don't make this mistake. So here is how to apply for renting a house in Edinburgh correctly.
So in this case, we will take On the Market app as an example. So if you go on the app, you'll see there are a lot of properties which are advertised, and if you filter it all, you'll get to know exactly what is the pricing, what is the property like. But also you have to take a note of which website has advertised this property on the market. So if you just go down, you will see there are other like website which I have mentioned previously. They are the ones who have publicized it. Then you have to go to their website, search the same property, and then you have to apply from there. Usually there are a link for a form which you'll need to fill, and just keep an eye on that form and fill in the form, and then you will get a reply on the email. So this is the right way to apply for a rental property.
So if you're checking these websites, you will see there is an option for message optional. So what message you should be writing this? Let me tell you.
Just like you do a job application, this is a cover letter for a rental application, and trust me, it has worked for us. So whenever you see any optional message where you can put your details and something about you when you are applying for renting a house, then you definitely use this letter. Usually they have a separate form for things like if you smoke or not, if you have pets, how many people will be moving. So this cover letter helps the landlord know you better.
So once you know how to apply for these property correctly, you will definitely get some responses from the properties that you are applying to. And they will let you know what are the viewing timings and dates. Reach for the viewing on time. Don't be late. They don't like it. And if you like the property, sometimes you have to fill in a form after you view the property, and sometimes you can just email them and let them know that you are looking to go ahead with this. And then you just have to wait for the agent to get back to you if they are moving with you as a tenant or not. Usually they let you know within 2 days, but if they don't get back to you within 2 days, it means that you have to keep applying and they are not going ahead with you. Well, don't be sad, because after a lot of applications, around 2 weeks, you'll definitely get some house where you'll get an email which will say that we would like to move ahead with your application. And if you receive this email, do not let that pass. Reply to that email immediately saying that, okay, I will also want to move ahead with you. And then there will be few documents that you will need to prepare beforehand. So you will need to prepare your passport, your ID, your guarantor, his name, his email address, your office reference, your passport. Did I already said that? Anyways, so they will require few documents for you to prepare, and they will do a reference check, a credit check. And once these checks are done, once they know that you are not lying about your salary, you are not lying about your reference, you have a good rapport with the previous landlord, or these kind of things they check, and once they do the check, it will take around 2 days for them to send you a lease to sign, and once you sign in the lease, the house is yours to rent. I know it's a very long process and it's a very hectic process, but if you get the house, everything will be worth it. I hope this video is helpful for you, and if you do find this video helpful, then do let me know in the comments. And if you want to know anything else about living in Edinburgh while I am here, do let me know. I will be happy to make a video on it. Till then, see you next time. Bye bye.